I picked this up at Vintage Stock, Wartech, Punisher themed. I'm currently doing EDC testing on a Zelda themed knife, and it's doing really well considering it's got 3 CR13 MOV steel. But that'll be in the blog. Anyway, one thing about these knives, this is what I was telling my kids, that people complain about Chinese knives, but Americans are only going to buy so much junk. If it's something that falls apart and is basically like they won't buy it again, manufacturers are going to step up if they want their money and improve. And what I'm seeing is that these Chinese knives, which you can't categorize Chinese knives all the same because there are so many brands that make quality Chinese knives, like Riot and Civivi, or We, I should say, that I think Real Steel, that it's upping their game. So yes, they're made in China, but they're not necessarily junk. And I know that fantasy knives generally get looked down upon, but they're getting better, and they're coming up with modern blade shapes and stuff like that. It's just the steel that's, quote, cheaper. It's the softer steel. But that's why I'm EDC testing, to see just how well do they do. So this is a tip up deep carry clip. This is an assisted knife. You cannot change the position of the clip. Obviously it's themed as Punisher, but there's nothing on it that says Punisher. So it's not licensed, but it's centered, relatively centered. And it's always hit or miss, so you do have to check each knife individually. So this one has a sharpening choil, cleaver-like blade. 3 CR13 steel. I want to say those are aluminum handles. I don't know. Slight jimping on the blade, very mild on the frame. No lanyard hole, but as you can see, it's gonna hold all my fingers for the grips that I usually use. I don't see the need to have defensive grips because I don't use knives defensively generally. I have other means of protection. So daily tasks, that's basically what I'm focused on. So anyway, this is the Wartech Punisher. I'm just going to call it that. And yeah, so I'll put this in the queue for EDC testing. Good liner lockup. So like I said, 15 bucks. And the thing about this knife, and like the Zelda knives, is the fact that it's a themed knife. I mean, and this one looks good. I mean, if the logo wasn't on there, it would still look good, in my opinion, of course. So, but there you go. That's the Wartech Punisher.